Hi, everyone. This is Laurel with Laurel Buys Houses, and I'm here with Heather Chubb, an attorney at law who specializes in a couple of things, but especially VA veteran benefits. So this is important for our veterans as they get older. There's opportunities to get aid and attendance and other things. I'm going to let Heather talk about that. But first of all, I want everyone to meet my good friend, Heather Chubb.
Hey, everybody. I'm so glad to be here. Laurel, thank you so much for inviting me. I love talking about the veterans issues as well.
Okay, great. And so, a lot of times, so first of all, what VA benefits are available that most people are missing out on?
Yeah, so the VA benefits that I deal with specifically is a benefit that's available to our older veterans to help them pay for the costs of long-term care. These are veterans who do not have service-connected disabilities. This is really an old age benefit, and it is for our wartime veterans. So it doesn't apply, unfortunately, it doesn't apply to all our veterans, but a good segment of them. And they don't have to have been injured during their service. So okay. The VA does keep it a secret. It's
why do you think that this is such a big secret? Yeah.
Because it's the VA. They are very difficult to deal with, and oftentimes even the people at the VA don't know their own programs very well. So that's
and there's a lot of different benefits and different programs and different people coming and going depending on the administration too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so most of the veterans programs are geared toward veterans that are active duty military or have received disabilities during their service. So this one's a little program that's very different from those.
So does financial eligibility for aid and attendance program matter?
It does. So there are financial eligibility requirements on this program. And so I like to say you can't have too many countable assets and you can't have too much income, but the VA being the VA, they identify those things a little bit differently. So some assets don't count, such as you can have your house. It can be any value. You can have a car, you can have your personal possessions, but what they're looking at is you can't have too many investments or money in the bank or extra properties. So that limit's about $150,000. And then the income component is where it gets very, very interesting, because if you are already paying for some sort of care, you have somebody that's coming into your home and helping you a few hours a day or week, or you're in assisted living, those dollars that you're paying out for care actually reduce what your income is for this program. So you might feel like you have a lot of income, but if you had, say, $4,000 of income and you're paying $4,500 for assisted living, for VA purposes, your income is zero, which is what we want when we're qualifying for this benefit.
So how much of a benefit are we talking here?
Yeah. So what we're talking about, it's not a huge benefit. So for a single veteran, it's about $2,200 a month. For a married veteran, it's about $2,500 a month. So it's not a whole lot, but it can really help, and it can make a big difference for people.
Right. So if you had, like you say, you had a $2,500 a month income from Social Security,
mm-hmm.
and you would be eligible for this.
You would.
And so you'd have $5,000. That would go a long way towards getting help and taking care of yourself and your family. Yeah.
Right. You may or may not have $5,000. It depends on what your. So if you were already paying $2,500, or already paying for your care, it could top up at $5,000. So.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's a confusing benefit. It's a really confusing benefit, and that's why we're here to help. People get stuck in it all the time.
So how do you qualify for this?
So you actually have to file, the VA calls it a claim, with the Veterans Administration.
So it's not automatic.
Oh, no, it's not automatic. You have to qualify for it. You have to send in a boatload of information, and you want that boatload of information to be very, very organized. The less organized you are, the longer it's going to take for them to process your claim and likely tell you that you don't qualify because you missed something. So the more organized you are, the quicker they can get to it, and the more likely it is that you'll qualify.
Okay. Is that why, and obviously, why do we need to talk to an attorney to help us get our VA benefits? Is you wouldn't know what might help or hurt you in getting these benefits, right? Or how to fill out the paperwork right.
Right. That's absolutely right. There are other resources other than attorneys where you can get assistance with trying to get this benefit. So each county has what are called veteran service officers, and they're there to help all of our veterans obtain their benefits. But as you can imagine, because they are government employees, they are a bit overworked. And as we talked about at the beginning, they may or may not know this program very well, so they may or may not give exactly the correct advice on it, but they are there to help. And if you have a super simple situation where you're already in a position that you would qualify, going for help with the veteran service officer would be a great resource for you. There are some other people out there that are accredited VA, I'm losing the term, agents, and they can help as well. Many of them also do dual duty with helping people find appropriate assisted living or long-term care living situations as well.
Okay, and so when should someone go talk to one of the somebody?
So that's kind of a tricky question, and it may depend on how much the person has. So if your situation is fairly straightforward, you're really close to that $150,000 of assets that you can keep, and you're already paying for a lot of care, you probably could go look at that benefit right now. If, on the other hand, you have over that 150 and you're going to need to take some steps to put yourself in a position where you would qualify, we rearrange assets, we can do planning to do that. Your time horizon needs to be longer. So if you're one of those people that have maybe a couple $100,000 or more in assets and you're interested in trying to get some help from this program, you want to seek some counsel sooner rather than later so that we have enough time to get the planning done and get through the waiting period that we're going to have from rearranging the assets.
Okay. So what if someone were to call you, what could they expect?
Yeah. So we always start with what we call our discovery meeting. So that's a half-hour meeting and you get to meet with me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you about your situation. We're going to look just in general. What do you have for assets? What's your income look like? And I can make a determination. Gosh, you're in a position where you would already qualify for this benefit. Go talk to the veteran service officer. Or we have a little bit of work that we need to do. If we have some work that we need to do, then I do that work on a flat fee basis. And what we end up doing for planning will depend on what it is you have and what it is that you need. There are various techniques that we can use to get you into a position where you would qualify. One of the other things that I do is if I've done the planning to get somebody eligible, I will also help them with their claim application. And nobody can charge you for doing that claim application.
Okay.
Super important to know. I can charge you for planning. I can't charge you just to do the application. So that would be one of the reasons why if I meet with somebody, it looks like they're already in a position to qualify, I want to send them over to the Veteran Service Officer. It's not that I don't really want to work with them, but we do have business. So.
Well, hey, my good friend Mike DePhillips asked about spouses and like the widow of a deceased person or the companion care for a surviving spouse. Can you speak a little bit about spousing?
Absolutely, Mike. That is a great question. Mike is one of my friends as well, and
smart financial guy.
Yeah, he's a great financial advisor. So yes, the aid and attendance benefit is available to the surviving spouse of a military veteran. And the same income, the same resource and income applies, but the benefit amount is different. So the top benefit amount that's available for the surviving spouse is about $1,300 a month. So it's almost
like everything else with the military. The wife gets a little less than half.
A little less than half, yeah, unfortunately. But again,
something.
That's still $14,000 a year, and that's tax-free income. So
exactly,
every little bit can help.
Well, thanks, Heather, a lot. Let's talk about how they can reach you. So it's chubblawfirm.com. Or they can call you at 916-241-9661. And you not only help people with VA benefits, but you help with other types of things. Can you tell just quick?
I do. So my practice is all about planning. So I can help people that need to put in place a foundational estate planning, which people think of as wills and trusts. One of my special niches is helping families that have a special needs loved one plan properly for them, and also help those people avoid having their benefits taken away. And then we also specialize in dementia or elder planning as well. So we just love helping people.
Yeah, very good at it. Again, that's Chubb, CHUBB, lawfirm.com. Thanks for joining us and educating us on this. And everyone, thanks for tuning in and learning about this. We'll be putting this out on both of our all our social media so that you can share this with other people if you want. Thank you so much, Heather.
Laurel, thank you so much. This has been so much fun. I really appreciate
it. Well, and just a quick disclaimer, Heather is one of my good friends, and we refer people to her all the time. So we're really clear that you take good care of people.
Yeah, great. Hey, we help with probate too.
Oh yeah, that's right. And trust administration and good stuff like that.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Bye-bye.